Okay, hello everyone. JD from JD Creative Arts back in the studio. And today I'm going to be showing you some different methods to make clouds. And some of you are probably having some trouble making your clouds and keeping them from muddying up and things like that. So hopefully I can help you fix some of that. Okay, well, the first thing, just let me tell you what I've got going on. This is a 12 by 16 piece of canvas paper. I've already put the liquid white and the phthalo blue on there. So the first method we're going to do is using the 1-inch brush. So you load your brush with just a little bit of the titanium white, and then we'll start right here. See if I can keep my hand out of the picture, and just kind of make you some circles around. That's gonna make you some random circles. Try not to be symmetrical about everything. Okay, so we got you a little bit of a cloud right there. So now take you a clean one. You can either take a clean one and just blend out this bottom part. Don't mess with this much. Just keep it really close to it and make little small circles. We're not going to be doing this because you don't want to blend all of it out. You're just using a few hairs on here, and they're not really going to move much. They're just going to spin around in the circles. And you just blend it out as much as you want. If you keep some of these bright spots in it, so it gives it some variety in the body of it. Okay, so you do that a little bit and decide whether you like it. Well, let's say you want this a little bit darker down here. So get you a brush. Let's take the brush that we were using a minute ago, dip it into a little bit of the phthalo blue, and then we can do the same thing. Just make your little circles down here. Okay. And then wipe off that, take your brush that you were blending with, or if you're only using one, wipe off all the excess paint, and then do the same thing. Just blend it until you get it to where you want it to be. Okay. But you want to make sure you get rid of these hard lines between your dark color and your light color. Okay, so now I'm also going to show you another way to do this. Let's get the excess paint off that brush we were using a minute ago. Okay, so let's get us some more of the titanium white. Let's make us another cloud over here. Okay, just like I said, just randomly. And if you want to go back and get some more, add some more white to it, and do it. Okay, now another brush that you can use is, and this is what I like to use, is a mop brush. It's a very soft, bristles are very, very soft. And just take your mop brush, so you can get my hand out of there, and do the same thing. Just kind of blend out the bottom of the cloud. Until you like it. Well, I want to get some more dark on the bottom of that, so let's pick up some of this phthalo blue and go back across the bottom of it again. Okay, and then we'll take the mop brush again and just swirl it around. Don't do real big circles, just do little bitty circles. You know, just enough to diffuse it. And then you come across that top line and blend it just a little bit. Blend it to how you like it, but you don't want to blend it out to where you turn the whole thing blue again. Okay. All right, now another way you can do this, another brush that you can use that you might find to be an easier way to do this. Hold on, let me get my brush wiped out here. Is going to be with the fan brush. Okay, I've got a number 3. You may have a number 6 or whatever number. It doesn't matter what fan brush you use. But load your brush up with a lot of paint and just come in here, and you can either do it like this, or you can just random little marks. You know, clouds are random. Make them nice and random. Okay. And then again, you take either your 1-inch brush or your mop brush, and I'm going to use the mop brush, and blend this bottom out a little bit. Okay, I kind of think I want some dark back across the bottom of there, so we'll go back into our phthalo, and we'll put us some dark across the bottom of it, just like so. And then get your blending brush again, and just lightly blend it out. Anytime you feel like it's bringing too much dark back into it, just get you a paper towel, wipe your brush out. Get as much of the extra paint out of the bristles that you can. Okay, now let's say you want to make it a little bit bigger. So we're going to take our fan brush, wipe that blue out as much as we possibly can. We're going to bring this one up and kind of put it over in front of this one up here. So you load your brush back up with your white. You know, and don't fill it in. Don't make it a big old white cotton ball blob. You know, these little open spots right here, you know, that's going to be a good thing for you. Okay, so now take the brush that you're blending with again, wipe all the excess paint out of it, and do it again. You know, just very lightly come across it. You know, what this is doing, it's helping to pull excess paint off. You can also kind of come out this way. But yeah, keep your variety in your colors like that, because it's going to make your clouds look more authentic. And we'll do the same thing to this one up here. We're going to add some more white to the top of that as soon. Let me get some more white on my palette. All right. All right, and I'm going to dry clean my 1-inch brush that I was using for the white, because we had some blue in it, so I'm going to get as much of that out of there as I can. All right. Now we're just going to go across up here. You know, add some of that up there. Okay, then take your blender, do the same thing. And if you're doing this with the blender brush or even with the 1-inch brush, hold it way back on the handle like this, so you don't put too much pressure on it and pick up too much paint. You're just going to be moving it. That's all you're doing is moving this paint. You're not trying to pick a whole lot of it up. Okay. Now, one other way that we can do this, get a paper towel right quick, is to take your 1-inch brush. Let's get some paint on here. Just take your 1-inch brush, just like you're highlighting the ground. Just tap that on there. And then again, take your blender brush. Like I said, I'm using this mop brush. And just lightly go back over it again. You know, you don't really want to mess with this top edge too much. You know, so now we need some dark across the bottom of here. So let's come in here with some dark. And we'll do it again. Let's blend that top edge out. There you go. The main thing is you want to try and get rid of that hard line between where the colors change. All right. Well, I hope I helped some of you out there. I know clouds are always one of my struggles, but I hope I gave y'all some good methods to help y'all have success. And thank you for watching, and happy painting.